guys, we're officially in the review portion of the video, and what are we looking at here, guys? Besides a guy sitting by himself, playing games by himself, getting triggered at himself for doing better than himself. Okay, we're looking at Solar 175, guys. Now, this is a game that by the time you're watching this video should be out on Kickstarter, so check the link in the description for the Kickstarter link, guys, and also check out the link in the description for the full playthrough if you want to see what this game is all about. Now, guys, Solar 175, if you're just joining us, is a legacy bag building game. Two of the things that I probably search for more than anything on BGG. I want more legacy games. And I want more bag builders, okay? Those are two of my favorite mechanisms in a game. In this game, when I saw it, I was like, no way. No way. Now, guys, I've been excited about this game ever since I saw the targeted ad on Facebook, okay? Ever since I pressed the button, which I shouldn't have done, but I'm glad I did. And said, yes, I accept the cookies. All right, now they're tracking my cookies. And I don't even know if I'm upset about it anymore, okay? Because they're starting to understand me. If you're just joining us, guys, Solar 175 is a game all about building it's basically, it's a bag builder, guys. What you're doing is you're getting these workers on this board over here, you're putting them in a bag, and you're drawing them and hoping that you get the ones that you want to use on this board right here. You have different actions that you can do that are going to allow you to basically hire more workers. They're going to allow you to do trade actions over here, which are going to give you more credits or allow you to build bases out here, allow you to, there's a little market right here where you can buy and sell these mined resource tokens, these guys. I just love throwing things around in Tabletop Simulator. It feels so good. You know what? Let's just do it for the people. Oh, okay. Wait, where did it go in my bag? Dude, this bag is an absolute vacuum, bro. Hold on. You know what? It went in my bag, didn't it? No, it didn't. I don't know where that went. So let me just go ahead and do this. And we're back. So basically, you have those different actions that you can do, guys. There, like I said, you can hire workers. You can do the trade actions over here. You can also get more outposts, which are going to be the way you spread influence around the board. Influence is a good thing. Then you have these right here, which are one of the coolest aspects of the game, which are their voting tokens, which allow you to gain more. It gives you basically multiplication of points for different aspects or different components of the game that you're going for, different strategies. So when you're collecting military tokens or these are military tokens or these mega structures, these allow you to vote on corporations that are going to basically enhance the value of those tokens, which is so cool. I love that aspect. And in the actual game, the physical copy, there's going to be a white dry erase marker. Sorry, I was going to say whiteboard, not a white dry erase marker. That'd be the worst invention ever. So this is going to be a dry erase thing where you can actually vote and you know, like nobody knows who's voting for what. So at the end of the game, it's a surprise. I love it. Okay. Now this, I don't actually know what this is. This is part of the legacy portion, I'm sure, or something. But yeah, so I didn't play the legacy version today because I just played the introductory game to get used to the mechanics. And basically, guys, you're just moving your little ship around the board, which you have right here, moving this around the board and building bases, gaining influence around the board and spreading influence around the board and using these workers every round to do those actions. And you have to have very specific combinations of these actions, guys, to basically put them out here. And you want to, the goal here is to basically fill an entire action so that you could do the entire action. So like I do this and then the wife would do something else. And then at the end, during the action phase, we would just take these off, put them on our city leave card and do the action associated with it, okay? And then at the end, we put them all in the bag. Now, and then redraw. So one thing that's really cool is that you can... You're wanting specific actions, so you need to be drawing those workers. If you're not, then you could be in trouble. That's why they give you these that you can build as well. These are wild actions right here, which is really cool. Now, when you hire workers, you also get actions associated with those. So there's even more ways to do those actions. And you can also do fly around with this action. And in the legacy version, you get more ships, I believe. And the legacy is going to change the game dramatically as well. This is just the introductory. So again, this game will be changing every time you play, I'm assuming. Okay, and then you also can remove workers from, like, you can use this for two reasons. One, to get rid of workers you don't want anymore as just scrap, just pawns. And another one, they actually have value because if you put workers on this space on the board, which is over here, you're going to influence the points for different things are going to be multiplied as well. And you basically want to synergize that and build this little engine with those types of things. Now, you could actually help the opponent because those things could ultimately, they could do better in that area than you, and they get the points for those. So it's very interesting. And this is how you vote right here. So you remove one of these guys and you go ahead and vote on the corporation that you want to be the most successful, basically. And that is Solar 175, guys. Now, let's get into what I actually enjoyed about the game. So, guys, the first thing that I love about this game is that it's a bag builder. Let's just be honest. Before I even knew it was a legacy, I saw bag builder, and that's what, because there's a lot of legacy games out there now, but I haven't seen any that are bag builders, and I love bag building. That is one of my favorite mechanisms in a game, because I love, and I know a lot of people don't like the luck of the draw in a game. That is something I absolutely love. Okay, and that's what I really like about this. You're just pulling these workers out, and you have to find out where they're going to go. What's going to be the best use for them? And you're also having to look at your opponent's mat over here and see what they're doing, because there is a first and second player in this game. Not everybody does their actions simultaneously, and I love that too. I do not like bag builders, and that's why Orleans didn't work for me. And Orleans, I forgot if you're doing your actions simultaneously, but it felt 100% multiplayer. It felt like multiplayer solitaire to me. And that might not be the case for everybody, and there's probably already a community uprising against me because I just said that. Unfortunately, I did not enjoy that game at all. And I like that this game, when you're both playing, there's actually a lot of competition on the board. And there's a lot of competition here because I need to watch what she's doing, because there is a first and second player in these action rounds. It would be cool. I think it would be cool if they actually, I think this is a simultaneous placement of actions. But it would be kind of cool if, like, I placed first and then she placed. Because if I'm looking and then she's doing something like, if she's doing an outpost action, which is going to allow her to place 2 of these, because, like, I love this too, guys. Once you do these outpost actions, you actually flip these cards to another side, and this might be something that your opponent doesn't want. And so when you use these, you flip them. I love that. So if she's doing an outpost action to place 2 of these outposts in the same sector to gain influence here, you know, I might see that and be like, all right, well, she's doing that. I don't really want to do that now. So I kind of wish there was a rule where it was like, hey, I do it and then she does it and then I do it and then she does it, just like the action portion of the game. But it's okay. It's still a lot of fun even without that. Now, another thing that I really like about this game is that even if you don't get something necessarily great, you can still, your pieces aren't really wasted, because if you move them to your your city leave card, you get to bring more outposts from this thing, which is what triggers the end of the game, okay? You want to keep drawing these out, and these are things that you're going to build up here and gain influence. Now, what's also really cool is that you can do actions in this game, but you can also do actions better. And for me, what was the best way to do actions in this game was to actually hire people, and these give you these bonus actions right here. So if you can do that and you can pull that off, that is a great way to do that. But then your bag also gets weighed down by all these workers that you might not want. But then again, you might want to use those workers as pawns, like I said earlier, to just go ahead and use them for funding projects or gaining influence somewhere or voting. It's a really cool dynamic to be like, oh man, do I want to get rid of this worker early or late? Do I just want to go ahead and start voting and funding these things and just get rid of them and hope that I don't need them in future turns? Or do I want to wait and build up a ton of people and at the end of the game start kind of hitting these hard? When you do that, you immediately make your opponent. I did this to myself and I got stressed out, okay? So I literally voted, and I was like, man, when I was playing for this, my wife's turn, I was like, man, I'm already at 1 vote behind, and if I'm voting, I don't even know anymore. If I'm voting over here for something, that means I'm going for a specific strategy. So if I'm starting to build up these military tokens, it seems like, oh, I'm voting for a particular corporation that helps that. So she has a choice to either start taking these military tokens as well through actions and hoping to tie me, or she can be like, no, forget that. I'm going to start building up these and voting on other corporations that actually help out these more. So it's a very, very interesting dynamic to look at your opponent and see what they're doing and start. It feels like, it always feels like a race between us. I don't know if maybe that's just every game for us, but it feels like you're racing to this end goal of spreading the most influence before all of these are taken. Because there's no set number of turns, guys. It's whenever these are all taken. And so that is just an amazing concept right there. So again, guys, the luck in the strategy in this game is absolutely phenomenal. Now, another aspect of this game that was a lot of fun, it was probably my favorite part of this game, was this voting right here. Now, these are all flipped over, and guys, in the when they actually bring out the game, I couldn't get a physical copy, but when they actually bring these out, they are going to have dry erase markers where you vote these and put these in here, and that's going to actually have dramatic influence on the in-game scoring, and I love that. I absolutely, dude, I played by myself and I forgot what I had put in there. So I was still a little bit nervous at the end and excited to see what was in there. It was really cool. I tried to make myself forget. Apparently I can do it well. So that was a really cool aspect of the game as well, right there. Just the whole voting. I love games with a voting system, and the voting keeps you on the edge of your seat and is very suspenseful. And it's just fun, man. It's fun to have another interactive element to a game where you're not just putting pieces on a board, but you're actually writing something down. You have this whole other element here where you're actually writing with a dry erase marker and voting. That is so cool, man. I absolutely love that. So, guys, this game so far is a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun even playing solo. It was it was just a wild experience to just try to optimize by keeping or getting rid of your workers and trying to figure out what all of the what was the best route there, and really adapting to what your opponent is doing on the board, because you can see this board just filling up with stuff and you're like, oh my golly, I gotta do this, but I need to do more of this, but I need to do more of this. No, and it's all based on the workers you get out here, so you're just stressed out, like, please give me the ones I need to be able to do this. And then you get them and you're like, dude, I don't even know if I want to do that. Maybe I want to do something else. It's awesome, man. I love that there are these different, very specific elements of the game where you have hiring workers here. This is all about hiring workers, and that is something you need to focus on. Okay, and they give you certain benefits there. This is all about trade over here, and they give you certain benefits over here, which is really, really cool. And then you have this whole portion over here about outposts. Then you have this portion over here. They all feel like little mini games, but they all combine to make this really nice, synergized version of a bag building legacy game. So guys, one thing that really excites me for this game is the campaign and the legacy aspect of the game. There's so much to be discovered here, guys. But in the rulebook, there's a whole campaign section that I didn't even get into. I to play this game, I was at page 21 out of 56 to be able to play it. And there's 56 pages. So the rest is just campaigns and legacy aspects and new things, events, all these crazy things that are going to happen in this game. And literally, I love a rulebook that has this. Let me show you. I love a rulebook that has this. Stop. Don't read any further until instructed to do so. That is great, man. That just gets me on the edge of my seat. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. And I didn't want to do any spoilers anyway, so I'm glad I just played the base game. But that is super exciting to me. And I if they introduce more things into the bag building aspect, oh my, that would be so cool. So you're going to get more ships, I believe, and all these things this is going to expand. There's going to be different sectors. I think there's going to be things that get in the way of you moving around this board, and that could be really cool. I don't know if this is destructive legacy or indestructive legacy, but I would almost love it to be indestructive. I would really want this to be indestructive, but if it's not, it's still going to be a lot of fun. Pandemic Legacy Season 0 is one of my favorite games of all time. And it's destructive. So yes, I'm very excited to explore that deeper. And so that is the good things about this game. Now, guys, I will constructively criticize this game, okay? So guys, to begin, let's talk about this, okay? One thing that I wanted to be a little bit tighter was this action board up here. So, there's only 4 workers you get, and you can get a lot of workers very easily by hiring them. There got to a point where I had all these removed and I had all my available action spaces that I could pretty much do whatever I wanted to. Now, it is still about optimizing, but I felt like sometimes I wanted to be a little bit tighter and more stressed out about, oh man, this action space just isn't available now. And it seemed to be a little bit easier than I would have liked to be able to do the things that I wanted to do. I think that's one aspect that I wish there was something that maybe, like, even if there were just filler cubes in here, or filler pogs, as the wife would say, so G. Such a good word for it. Filler pogs, these little guys. If there were some that were just filler that just took up space, I think that would be great. Now, sometimes it could be triggering, but I want that, because it's when you can draw 8 of these. I got to a point where I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to throw a bunch away as these to get more points. And yeah, I'll call it a day. I didn't ever feel, there was maybe twice where I was like, oh man, I can't actually do this because I didn't draw black. And I needed to get more black, but then after I got them, I had drew like 3 and I could do everything again. So I think the openness of that was a little bit too easy. And okay, so another thing, and guys, the legacy aspect could change this a lot. I actually, it felt a little too easy to place outpost tokens, these guys, because you can place these anywhere. It doesn't matter if there's already one on there, or if there's a base on there, or if you've placed one there before. You can just place them as many times as you want. I kind of wish there was some kind of obstacle, and that may change with the legacy, but I wish there was some kind of obstacle, because it felt too easy to just place these. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just place one here. I'll place one here. I might as well. Like, if you got a benefit for placing this here, and there may be, the circle right here, look at that. That's a perfect fit. Maybe this changes in the legacy game to where when you place this here, you get a bonus or something, or a benefit, or a penalty or something. Now, it's okay, because in order to place those there, it was still like a race, right? Like, you're still looking at it and you're worried about your opponent because they have so many things and you have so many things, and it gets a little busy. I'm not going to lie. So it felt, I think right now, my main criticism is that it felt a little bit too easy and open to do the things I wanted to do. Okay. That is an honest critique. I believe the aspect or the legacy is going to really, really dramatically change the elements of this game. The pace of this game will probably change. The the ease of this game will probably change. It will probably become a lot harder, and if it does, this game will be absolutely phenomenal. Right now, it's a really good game, and I recommend it. But with the legacy aspect that I haven't played yet, I'm really excited about, I will probably highly recommend it. Okay, so yes, this game was a great time, and I am definitely excited to see what they do in the Kickstarter. And this is one of the games I am most excited about this year, and it probably will continue to be. And because I'll continue to explore the legacy, I'm super excited about this game, and I am not disappointed at all. So, guys, that was Solar 175. Again, guys, if you have not checked out the full playthrough, the link is in the description. The link to the Kickstarter is in the description, guys. And I hope you guys have a great day or night. God bless. Thank you. Give me a hug in chat, okay? I've been by myself for a long time, all right? All right? Normally, the wife is sitting on my lap right now. Wait, what? Guys, just give me a hug, all right? All right? Just slap on the back. That's the only place, all right? That's the only place. All right. Now, guys, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and join the community, guys, by joining the Discord. Please join my Discord, and we will talk to you. Have a good time. Let's chat and shit and chat. All right. Have a great day or night. God bless.